It's your boy Zurk with another episode of Therapeutic Perspective. Let's get it. Today we're talking about song structure. You want to make that hit. You want to have everybody rhyme. You want to have your old lady all on you. Boom, babe, I love this song. You want to have your dog say, boy, that's my nigga, he thumping. You want to have the DJ running that, oh yeah, show your name, you say your name when you walk in the club. That's what you want. It's a formula to this shit. We ain't just gonna jump in there and just make no hit. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take some trials and tribulations, some obstacles to go through, some learning curves that's gonna get you to that spot. But you watch this video, bro, I can get you through a couple of them loops, man. You just gotta be patient. Let's get it. You wanna make a song that's relevant with the times, what's going on right now, right? So in order to do that, you have to know what's going on. So do your research, do your homework. You gotta go on social media. You gotta look on TV. You gotta read. You gotta ask questions. You gotta see who the right people to talk to. That'll put you in the right spot, and that can be the right people in your ear. That can give you that right advice. That let you know when something popping in your day. Then we need to just chill, to stop. When you kind of get up to date on what's relevant, then the next step is finding that right sound for you. What's that right engineer that's gonna keep pushing me and gonna tell me to do it over? That's what I need. Don't just record me and say, have a nice day. You gotta find somebody who really cares about your craft and really cares about their craft. That's more important. You gotta know how your voice sounds. You gotta already be in that mirror every day, playing with your voice in the shower, playing with your voice, just playing with your melodies, building up your cadence. You gotta get more comfortable with your style and your voice and your type. Once you got a good engineer, you gotta know your sound. Know what you want out of the song. Know exactly where you want to punch out at. You gotta know exactly what you're trying to get out of your song. Because the producer and the editor don't know. The engineer does not know exactly what you want. He has a good idea what sounds good. And he's gonna get it to sound as good as possible. Right? But you have to know how you want your sound. You're gonna have to tweak them a little bit, it's fine. Once you know your sound, now you can go get that beat. And my advice is, don't go to YouTube, not for buying beats that is, but you wanna get to understand how you wanna rap the tempos and the different BPMs or whatever. Go to YouTube, understand what's out there, who's making what. That way you can understand, like, I like these type of beats. Select your genre, understand, like, do I wanna rap like this person, but you wanna take a little bit of this person, and mesh it all together. Complete you. If you're from the South, you want to look up Gucci Man, Zaytoven. They're the ones that kind of engineered that sound from Atlanta. So you want to go to West Coast, you might want to go to Timberland, Mustard on the beat. You know what I'm saying? You want to kind of know where you're going at, depending on where you at. Because depending on where you at, it's going to let you know what people want to hear and what people expect to hear. So tap into the hot artists around your area to know who's doing what and what works. Once you know what works, you got your beat, you got your engineer, you've done your research. Now, before you hit that studio, I need you to stop 1 second. Take a deep breath. You're not ready yet. You want to get that beat. You want to understand every sound in that beat. When it drops, when the hi-hats come in, when the bass stops. You want to understand every aspect of that beat. So that means listen to that beat at least 100 times. Over and over and over. It doesn't matter. So after a while, you'll start to realize I'm listening to less and less of the beat, and I'm starting to focus more on what I'm saying. The more you listen to the beat, the more it computerizes in your brain, and your brain understands the patterns, and you won't think about that no more. It's gonna be like riding a bike. So of course, when you first get on the bike, it's gonna be a little shaky. You're thinking about the grip, you're thinking about the chain, and falling off and all this. But guess what? Once you hold it for a couple of weeks, guess what? Oh, I ain't thinking about it. I just get on it. Boom. That's how it works. You've taken this beat and you've broken it down in your brain. And now it's to the point where you can play this beat in your head without even playing the press and play. Without even press and play, it's already playing in your mind. You can listen to it all day. Wherever you go, you can't stop hearing the beat. That's how your mind works. And you'll understand, like, wow, this is not as hard as I thought. Now you done mastered this beat. It's in your soul. You can do the beat, you can play it on you can do anything you want with this beat, right? You don't even think about this beat no more because it's already in your soul, like I said. Next step, write. Now, before you write, you want to start mumbling. You want to kind of get the cadence, get the flow. So get your phone out, play the beat in the background, record yourself just saying anything, nonsense, blah, blah, blah. You know, you can say ABCs if you want. That's good for me because the ABCs help me stay in the rhythm and it kind of helps me sharpen my mind because I'm not just saying anything, I'm saying A, B, C, D, E, E, F, G. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're already putting it in the rhythm and you're saying something completely different the next time. So it's helping you with your cadence. You've recorded yourself melodizing over this beat 5 times and you start to realize, I like the way I got on this part. I like the way I got on this part. This part right here is a little tougher on this part. So of course you already know what we about to do. Put all the good parts, all the hums together in your mind, listen to all 5 of them, and then guess what? That's going to be your cadence. That's going to be the groove, right? So then now, the next step is saying the whole beat, melodize the whole beat the way all the parts are put together. So you're pretty much melodizing the song without no lyrics. But you know how it's feeling, you know the emphasize, you know the volume, you know exactly where you're going with this. So the next step, of course, you already know. Let's put this together, right? So before you start picking up that pen, I know you're itching. Let's do some more research. Let's make a title. This title is going to be important. So either you want to make that title first, you want to write the hook out first, or you just want to dive into the verse. It depends on how you're feeling. If I'm feeling like I got a lot to say, I got something built in my chest, I don't really know what I want to say yet. I don't know what I want to talk about, but I know how I feel, right? Okay, in that instance, start on your verse. Just start writing. Don't matter what you're saying, just write whatever you feel. This is your first rough draft, right? Once your first rough draft is complete, you sit back, try not to memorize it too much, but do go over the cadences and then sit back and understand like, okay, I want every bar to hit. Not every 4, I don't want one part of the song to be like, oh yeah. I want every bar to hit. Every bar to hit. I want the punchlines to hit like a 2-piece. Boom, boom. Every time. Boom, boom. That's how I want to hit. So you got your rough draft wrote down. Okay, don't stop there. Now what I want you to do is go to the next blank piece of paper. Forget about that first verse. I want you to write a completely new verse. Yes, I know, my bad, boy. But this is necessary, trust me. Write this verse again. Write it again. Write it like, you have to write it like all the A&Rs is sitting right in front of you. You got Jay-Z, you got everybody over here, you got everybody watching, sitting here waiting for you to write this song. Because when you drop this song, it's over with. Imagine, you have to put yourself in front of that audience that you're trying to impress. Put a deadline on your song, and you get done. Now you're feeling way more confident in this second verse than that first one that you just wrote. Of course, guess what? It didn't mean nothing. The first one you just kind of like got some off your chest. Get off your chest. It's like a warm-up. Get that off your chest. Get your mind going. That second verse is a little more impactful. It makes more sense. You got a little more, because guess what? In some in your mind, you don't want to do this again. You don't want to have to do something you already done. So the next time you do it, you're going to do it better. You're going to make sure you don't have to do this again. But I'm sorry to tell you this. You're going to write that verse one more time. But when I tell you, when you write this verse, bro, you're going to thank me later. Good job, man. Boy, listen, that third, woo, that thing so fire. Oh, my God. You did that, not me. Did I write it with you? No, you did that. It's about wanting to do this. You understand where we're going with this. We're not playing no more. We wasting money, we wasting time going in there, writing the verse one fucking time, or writing in the studio. It's a complete fucking waste of time. If you know somebody doing that, stop them from doing that shit. Please send them to the video. Let's go, like and subscribe, bro. Come on. Now, you have made the pretty much the head of the song. That first verse is what starts everything off. It tells the story of the song. It lets people know, do I want to continue to listen to the song? Is this song worth it? Right? But you already know you got to get past that intro and that hook. That's what we're working on next, man. Take that fire-ass verse that you just wrote. You know the demographic. You got the beat. You got the audience. What do they want to hear? There should be at least 5 topics popping in your head. Because you just roll like that. You're going to have topics because you're a genius. 5 topics I know you can come up with. You want to rate those 5 topics. The best topic, you want to go on with that topic. those 5 topics are also having to do, you want to pull those out of that verse, right? If those 5 topics have something to do with that verse, that's when you know you own something. Take those 5 topics and then create that hook, right? So with that hook, you got to have a part where everybody can sing. So 4, 4, 8-bar hook. The first part, to me, is getting you ready to sing. Just letting you know, hey, I'm getting you ready to break this part down. We're about to break it down. So get ready. And then it comes to 4 bars. Now, saying this is what's going to resonate in your mind because you're doing it over and over and over. And it's going to be the most funnest part of the song and the easiest part of the song. But guess what? This is the catchiest part of the song. So this is when you save your energy. You have got all your jiggers out with the first verse. Now you're ready for the hook. Let's get it. I believe in you. Can't wait to hear it. This song is so fire, you got to put 2 verses on it, man. There's no way you can just leave this 1 bar. There's no way you can leave this 1 verse. You got to have 2. So you got 2 options here. You believe in yourself, write another verse, right? And when you write that verse, I want you to piece it with all 3 of the other verses that you didn't, the 2 other verses that you didn't use. I want you to use all 3 of those verses to combine to make that 3rd verse. So of course you're going to take a lot of that out of the other 2, but you can come up with that 3rd one because guess what? It's going to have 3 different flows in it, 3 different punches. You know what I'm saying? It's going to have a lot of variety, a lot of punch. And guess what? It's already in your mind. So when you write that 3rd verse, do the best you can. And guess what? You might not even have to use the other 2 verses, but just for shits and giggles, glance over those other 2 verses, or take a couple of the best punchlines you got out of those and add them into that last verse. So now, you got a complete song, G. The next step is content. We ain't talking about that yet. I'm so proud of y'all, man. I appreciate y'all spending time with me. Just know this took more than 10 years to develop. And I'm willing to share it with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Love. It's your boy Zurk with another episode of Therapy to Perspective. Let's get it.